morning, Miss
Good
Beth.
morning. Good morning, Biscuits. Good morning, Coffee. Oh, how nice.
Monday morning.
Yes.
We're inside today because it's tree spitting time, as I call it, and it's like the time of the year where there is sunglasses of green gook everywhere, and I figured I would spare us from that today. So we're inside my house with some. Should I say tea? Well, no, Beth has coffee. I've learned Beth's love language. Coffee is one of her love languages.
This is so true.
For sure.
Yes.
But I was, as we have shared often, Beth and I, always were visiting prior to Biscuits and Coffee, just having our setting our week, the intentions of our week, and supporting each other as entrepreneurs and business people and neighbors and women.
All of it, yeah.
And I was sharing with her how I am working really hard to develop better morning routines.
I love it.
And so we lit a candle today. I've been buying new fun, supporting local artisans.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of wonderful local artists that make candles in town. So I've just been buying fun aromas and having tea or coffee. When I'm allowed to have coffee, and just sitting and beginning the day with intention and gratitude, and I'm also just working to allow my creativity to just daydream.
Well, there you go.
So
wow, daydreaming. Who's done that recently? That's lovely.
Oh, well, that's a whole other topic that I could have with you about my daydream initiative that my husband and I have started. But anyway, I just was sitting in gratitude this morning. I know we saw each other at
the open houses. The open house extravaganza was phenomenal this weekend.
Yeah, well, I'm still sort of resonating with the lessons that I've learned from the open house. There was a lot of activity. It was really just a beautiful weekend in our neighborhood. There was a lot going on. From the Gracie Woods had an art fair, and all of our local restaurants up there on North Lamar were, out. People were out in the patios and picnic tables, enjoying local food. There were sports events and community events, and it was beautiful weather.
The weather was great, and I got to meet. So thank you for all of the neighbors that were out and said hi to me, said hi to my family. We're very sweet that introduced themselves, even if we'd waved before. I got a chance to reintroduce, and the trailhead now open.
I know people are coming down to kind of
check it all out.
I was at the Oak Brook open house locations, kind of giving Walnut Creek history and stories, and supporting our local restaurateurs. But there were a lot of people coming down to the trailhead just to peek at the new concrete trail and ask questions. And there were a lot of dog walkers out, and there was a lot of conversations between two-legged and four-legged kids and
the
parents.
Bluebonnets. The Bluebonnets are here. Oh, they will be more.
Beth has a tip that I didn't even realize about the Bluebonnets, and maybe others know this. But Beth, what's your tip as we head into Easter weekend?
Be aware of Bluebonnets. That's a really great place for rattlesnakes. So just know whenever you're taking your Bluebonnet picture, you don't have to go very far. You can just go down to the trailhead. Lovely, gorgeous. There's just going to be more and more, but just beware before you plop your small child or dog
or cat
or yourself. Just kind of give a little look-see around before you sit down. Snakes really love the Bluebonnets, especially rattlesnakes right now. So be aware.
I hadn't thought about that, Beth.
It's great. Yeah, just be aware. It is a great time to meet more people down at the trail. It's looking amazing. It's getting there, and it was wonderful in the open houses to meet neighbors. Like Jill was talking about, there's just so many people out and about saying hi to each other. So this neighborhood just continues to amaze.
I was Beth and I experience and know this neighborhood for the neighborliness that it is about. But I was really struck by guests who visited the neighborhood this weekend and were asking me, well, tell us a little bit about the neighborhood. And someone else would come in and I was offering cookies or drinks. And then before I knew it, they were like, oh, we get it. We already boy, you guys all really know each other, and you've got a lot going on up here, and I didn't know about this. And this is why I call our neighborhood like the secret garden and the secret treasure of North Austin, because people just don't realize how interactive and close-knit we are. And it was just really fun. It felt like that's the word. It felt like a reunion this weekend. Every time I visit with folks and there were new people coming in and they found themselves having conversation with existing neighbors, and you gotta come, and dogs were out front, and it was just like, I don't know, I just was left with a feeling of gratitude. And I know we're all kind of coming out of this pandemic, running and going and getting back into things. And so this weekend I really just took the time to be present with this community, and my community, and in our space, not our space. And I know a lot of folks have been on our social media groups asking about, do you have a plumber or do you have a landscaper?
Right.
And again, Beth and I are working on putting together a comprehensive list of local recommendations for vendors and repair professionals.
And thank you for the repair professionals and vendors for putting that on this channel, on this stream. So whenever you're on Facebook and you're looking through our group and you're looking for fence repair, plumber, somebody to help with all kinds of tree trimming, that's located in our group. If you'll search for that specific need, you will see the people that have recommended and people that are promoting themselves. And we're happy to see so many people in the neighborhood.
It's possible that Nextdoor has a search function as well. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. But most social media sites, you can, if you're looking for a fence person, I know this morning, thank you Victoria Ross for posting Austin Fence Company. But fence people, plumbers, lawn and landscaping, those are ones, electricians. I'll tell you, electricians and plumbers right now are really hard to come by. There is just, the wait list is long and exhausted, and some of them are just not taking any new business. And I am, even as a home professional, struggling to find reliable, dependable, I've got a good plumber, but the electrician is really, really hard right now. But I'm just, as we face the next several weeks, appraisal notices.
That's right. Be checking your mailbox.
Yes, they're not, I don't think anyone has received their appraisal notice yet from the Central Appraisal, Travis Central Appraisal District. But once one comes in, they're gonna, like, usually they go in neighborhoods. They go, they roll out in chunks in neighborhood areas.
So reminder that at the 27th at my office, we'll have a little bit more reminder about that. But Jill is going to be telling about some tips or tricks or things to look for, ways to do property protesting, and even just coming to understand the process and to meet fellow neighbors. I mean, it'll be a meeting.
Yeah, we got to tackle this together. So we're gonna all have our tea and coffee, biscuits and coffee.
That's right.
And relax, and we're gonna tackle all these spring challenges together, whether it's no rain or pollen or outdoor. I've been working on my yard.
See, it's time. It's the time.
And yesterday I was out in my yard and it was very loud. Some of us are dealing with a lot of noise from 35. And so I got my sound meter out today.
We talked about
so
that.
I was thinking I would love to get a poll. If anybody has apps on their phone that just monitors sound decibels in their backyard, I'd be curious what the sound decibels are, cool. The sound levels are in various parts of our neighborhood. Because down by the park, super quiet.
Yeah.
And it considerably quieter than up here on Hilltop. And I know Debbie, when we were at the Parade of Lawns, she was having some loud on Covington, some really loud.
Well,
so,
and we can even talk about the difference of, there's like street noise, but then there's also like airplanes. The airplanes are
so my decibels, like when the airplanes would go over, it would go up to like the highest reading of a plane going by was 94.
Wow.
Which anything above 85 is supposed to be not
noise.
Sustainable for, to cause harm. So I was Googling. Let me make sure I preface that by saying, so I was Googling. But I started, as I was daydreaming yesterday, just enjoying my trees, forest bathing, as I've been talking about, I was start looking at what are some things that I can do to remedy noise in my backyard.
Right.
And the challenge is my noise is coming up high, so it's not about a
ground
fence
cover or fence
or
right.
trees. Like I need the panels, the sound panels up high because 35 is coming anyway. So if you have a sound
suggestion
app,
there, yeah,
measure. I'd like to
would
get a
love
poll. Maybe we've never stepped into the whole poll survey.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Let's
Post
try it.
I'll start monitoring mine and I'll post.
Okay.
But this week, Beth, we're gonna
start off our Monday.
We're gonna start off our Monday with morning routines of calm and
gratitude
and intention.
There you go.
And we're gonna reach out to people
Yes.
when we need. I don't mean you know me. I get distracted. That reminds me, there were a lot of people that were visiting the open house that really needed help in their yard.
Yes.
So let's look out for our neighbors. There are people that need our help, whether it's seniors or people that we have single folks that live in the neighborhood that don't have extra pair of hands to help.
That's right.
So, we still are constantly in need of people that can lend a pair of hands. So we're just going to be present with our community this week.
Yeah.
Happy Monday. Have a great week. Bye-bye.